I've got to be me, I've got to be me. What else can I be but what I am? Sounds great, right? Just be yourself, people say. Sounds easy, but is it? Furthermore, how do we do it? I got a call from a woman who asked me, what should I put on the flyer for your presentation? Do you want me to say that you're an entertainer? Well, I like to make them laugh, but that's not who I am. Okay, wait, so you're a singer. Should I put singer down? Well, I love to sing, but that's not completely. All right, playwright. You're a playwright, right? I have written many plays and I perform them nationally, but it's again not the whole picture. Oh, for God's sake, who do you think you are? Well, my mother said that I was a character. Put that down. Oh, so you're a comedian. And she hung up. Hello? Hello? When I was little, I knew who I was, nothing to think about. I was a cute little baby, number 6 out of 7, a gift from God. My mother sat down with me at my bed and said, you know, you're a miracle. You can move your hand up to that star where you came from because your brain tells you to. When I was a teenager, she signed me up to star in a contest, the Junior Miss Pageant. She enrolled me in dance classes. I could barely get a leg up on the dance beam, but they took pictures for the local newspaper, and I won for our town. I was on TV singing, somewhere, my love, there will be songs to sing, and recited a poem. My mother and my sister were sitting right in the front row, looking up at me in wonder. The audience, quiet, listening. You could hear a pin drop. I was great. Then we had to march across the stage in a bathing suit. My competitors wore bikinis. I could barely squeeze into my one piece. The results came in. I didn't win. My mother was disappointed and said it was all her fault. All I wanted to do is go back to our kitchen table and continue to finish those delicious chocolate chip cookies she had made. But still, even though I didn't win then, I never forgot what it was like to be on that stage, to finish a sentence and complete a whole song, to be heard. Back at home in our large family, where there were rambunctious meals, and I could barely get a word in edgewise, I remember holding my breath. When I got airtime, I often got blowback. Children are to be seen and not heard. Don't take advantage of your younger sister. You're too smart for your own good. I asked my mother, was I planned? Well, something slipped. But if anybody ever asks you if you're Catholic, you just tell them you're the next best thing. What's that, Mom? Episcopalian. It took me decades to figure out that Mom was trying to say we weren't even following the right religion. We were second best. In the book, Why Am I Afraid to Tell You Who I Am?, Dr. Paul Fournier, Swiss psychiatrist and author, states, no one can develop freely in this world or find a full life without feeling understood by at least one person. I had to find that person. When I packed my bags, my mother said, thank God you're moving to Boston. Your Aunt Eve lives there. She's an intellectual. She'll understand you. What my Aunt Eve came to realize was that I had the lowest self-esteem of anyone she had ever met. Never once telling me that, though, she listened for hours about my touch and go issues with men. They resembled my father. My father was brilliant. Do you know, before he died, he said to me, I never thought I was smart enough. Who do we think we are? My father wasn't smart enough. My mother was disappointed. I wasn't good enough. My thoughts were like wasps stinging in my head. So when my Aunt Eve said, you know, I think you should learn to be more discriminating. Perhaps you should go to therapy. I admired her, and I went and found out that the messages I had made up about myself, based on what I was told, were lies. I needed to realize that my parents were human, loving, and imperfect. They fell and missed their stars, just as I had missed my star. And I forgot that it was okay to shine. And it wasn't my job to save them. They did not need saving. I did. Who do you think you are? I found out by attending support groups with people who were also discovering themselves. They showed me love before I was willing to love myself. I didn't have to prove myself with them. I didn't have to be any better or any worse. We were all united in caring for one another. And best of all, we weren't allowed to tell each other what to do or to give each other advice. They told me that there was a power greater than myself that could restore me to the person that I knew when I knew that I was born on a star. I started experiencing miracles. God came to me in repetitive, vivid dreams, urging me to follow my star and to sing. We can all help each other be who we are by supporting one another, taking the lifelong journey to self-discovery and self-love. As the author Tyler Kent White said, never apologize for burning too brightly or for collapsing into yourself every night. That's how galaxies are made. Someday I'll wish upon a star and go up where the someday is today. Don't wait till someday. I'm 70 years young, and I know we can move our hand because our mind tells us to. We can move the earth when we know who we are.